As always, don't forget to check the links down below in the video description for the best prices on parts and tools we use in today's project. Click on those. Thank you guys. This is a 2012 Chevrolet Sonic. We're going to be replacing the alternator. So first thing, go ahead and disconnect the negative cable on your battery, and let's see what else we got. So we've already removed the battery, but basically you got a 10 millimeter fastener. You're gonna loosen that, kind of wiggle it, pull it up and off to the side, and then we're gonna lift the car and we're gonna do all our work right here at the passenger side wheel. So you're gonna remove the wheel, was like 19 millimeter lug nuts, and then we've got a couple of dust shields in our way. So basically we have this dust shield right here, and you've got these plastic clips where you would take a tool just like this and you'll scoop up and pop out, and you'll see this tool in the video description below in those links. And then
there is a few T20 bits as well.
There's a few T20s for, I guess you had to remove some part of this.
It goes along here, down here.
Okay, it goes along there. You had to remove some of these so you could clear this and get this out of your way. There's also a 13 up under there as well, up closer to the front, like right there. You can see it. So then you'll be able to kind of pull all this out of your way. There's also one more clip that was really hard to get to, and it was just up in there. And guys, honestly, I just kind of pulled hard and ripped it down, and it popped it out, and that's fine to do that. It doesn't hurt anything. And now we're looking at our alternator. As you can see, we've already removed the belt, and basically what we did is you can take a 12.19 or you can take a 19 millimeter wrench, put it on there, and then I took another wrench. I'll show you what it looks like. So I put my 19 up on there like that because it's got 12 points. And then I took another wrench and I stuck it in like that and made like a really long wrench. And then I pushed down, and that was how I loosened it. And then other Jordan stood up at the top and he removed the belt from on top. And then, so we've done all that, and now we've got to remove the alternator bolts. Now, it's probably like a 12.12 or something like that. I just took a regular 6.11 millimeter socket, and I was able to loosen both of those bolts. And those are your two alternator bolts. And then lastly, we'll have some wires to take off. But first, we're gonna pull this alternator down, and then we're gonna work on taking our wires off. Okay, y'all, we're at the last part of this project. And basically, once you take those two bolts out, you'll bring a pry bar and come right up under there, and you'll kind of pry the alternator away. And then I have the alternator in this position to show you the position you're going to want it in to remove the wires. This seems to be the easiest position, and it's a 13 millimeter bolt holding the big wire on, and then it is a squeeze and pull connector right there. And the way I really had a hard time with that squeeze and pull connector, so what I did is I reached in with pliers like this and kind of pulled up and out, and then for the prying it out part, I just reached in with my left hand and just kind of pushed, not too hard. It wasn't stuck in there too hard, but it did need a pry bar to pry it out. And now I'll begin to work it out. Okay, y'all, so now I'm gonna reach in here. I know my arm's probably right in your face now, but hopefully you'll see that I'm just pulling it out. Should be able to just clear it right through here. Some of them you really have to turn it funky ways, but yeah, that's it. So it just comes through this little hole. And again, guys, it was, if I can get my hand out, it was sitting up in there like you saw it before. What was it? It was sitting up in there like that, and I just want to show you, I came up there behind it with the pry bar and just reached in like that and then pushed, and this wedged it off. The other really important detail, if I can find one of these little bolts, so there's an alternator bolt. So the top one, your top alternator bolt, it's gonna come out enough so this will clear and come out, but it's not gonna be able to come out. So it's important to know when you're taking it out, you'll be able to turn it down and then pull it out. But when you put it back in, you're gonna need to stick this back in, not that far, but just in just enough so you can work it back up in there, and then you'll be able to get it through. Because if you work it all back up in there, you're not gonna be able to get this bolt in there with it in position. So just remember that little detail too. So that's pretty much it. Probably that's really all you need to know. We won't do an install on this one, but yeah, this one was bad and we're replacing it.